Good evening and welcome back to Sports Night in Auburn. I'm Mackenzie Collins.
And I'm Taylor Strohmeyer. Tonight we have a packed show full of Auburn sports. We have details on Auburn's football's first game against Kentucky. We will preview their upcoming game against Georgia and update you on all things Auburn athletics. SEC football is back and the Auburn Tigers began their season in an exciting way. With the stadium filled with only fans, Jordan Hare was rocking Saturday as the Tigers got their first win of the season, beating the Kentucky Wildcats 29-13. The atmosphere was different, but that did not stop the Tigers from putting on a show.
Quarterback Bo Nix threw for 233 yards and 3 touchdowns, and wide receiver Seth Williams had 2 touchdown catches and 6 receptions. The Wildcats scored first, but the Tigers quickly responded and successfully executed a 2-point conversion. The Tigers then led 8-7. Both teams had a scoreless second quarter despite the Tigers getting a pick 6. The interception was made by Roger McCreary, but the touchdown was called back because of a targeting hit. The Tigers led 8-7 at half.
Despite a slow offensive start, the Tigers kicked into gear into the second half, scoring 21 points after halftime. Bo Nix threw 3 second-half touchdown passes, and the Auburn defense forced 3 turnovers. Other notable performances were from senior linebacker KJ Britt, who totaled 11 tackles and 1 tackle for a loss and an interception from Roger McCreary. Kentucky tried a fake punt, but Jordan Peters ran down the Wildcats punter for a 3-yard loss, giving Auburn the ball on Kentucky 27. The Tigers held the Wildcats to just 6 points in the second half to secure the win. Auburn will travel to Athens, Georgia this weekend to take on the Georgia Bulldogs in the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
Head coach Gus Malzahn said he was very proud of his team and how the defense and offense worked together. He mentioned how the team honored former head coach Pat Dye and how the mantra of 60 minutes will be their motivation for the rest of the season.
First of all, very proud of our team. We talked about playing and fighting for 60 minutes. We honored Coach Dye. Today we're going to do that, the rest of the season. That's really what we talked about. And our guys did that. Our defense and offense, they complement each other, and we made some good plays in special teams. Really want to give a shout out to our students. It was extremely loud, specifically in the fourth quarter. We didn't really know what to expect, but they made a big difference, and we actually rotated some guards, which we've never done that before, and that's extremely tough, but we felt like it was the right thing to do. We've not had the same 5 all 6 weeks. So we just felt like everybody deserved a chance to play. This will be a really good measuring stick for our offensive line to kind of see how we did against a very solid defensive line, and hopefully be able to start, getting some more continuity so we don't have to have the rotations. As far as big plays in the game, I really felt like the 2-point play after the first touchdown that we executed, and that kind of gave us a shot in the arm and kind of changed the dynamics of the game even after the scores after.
Junior wide receiver Anthony Schwartz had 3 receptions for 40 yards on Saturday, with the longest being 23 yards. Following the game, Schwartz reviewed his team's performance, praised Bo Nix's performance in Game 1, and mentioned his prep for UGA.
I felt like we did pretty good. We played pretty much a clean game. I think we had only 2 penalties, and they were both false starts so we could get cleaned up. Then especially we have 4 linemen starting on this offense for the first time. They seemed like they gelled together. They were able to get everything right. They were able to finish, and then receiver-wise, we were able to grasp the concepts. We were able to run what we're doing, and we just played a good game, a good clean game, and it just felt good out there. I just saw a different guy, and even last year, for a freshman, he looked like he was a 3-time starter now. So now he looks like a professional quarterback, just being able to not panicking, getting through his reads, and just being able to throw the ball under pressure and throwing accurate balls. He's throwing dimes yesterday. I don't think there was one inaccurate pass yesterday, and I think that he still has a lot to improve, which I think is scary for other teams. Honestly, I like it. I like getting in that fire. I think it's, for us, for especially as an older player, I think it's better, but I think those little 1 to 3 FCS games, I think they help with to just get acclimated to the season, but personally, I love competition. I love playing against the best of the best, and if it was up to me, we play a 10-game SEC schedule every year. Honestly, I just want to play the best of the best, and I know the SEC has the best of the best. Yes, of course. I'm looking forward to any team, but Georgia's a different game for us. But we just got to rise up to the occasion. We know what we're coming with, and I feel like we're going to be ready.
Senior defensive tackle Daquan Newkirk had 6 tackles, 1 sack, and 2 tackles for a loss. Newkirk spoke after the game, saying he was happy with his performance, how he is finally fully healthy, and how his team stays motivated.
I think I played roughly around like 53 snaps. I think I played pretty well, honestly. It kind of surprised me, but on another note, I'm healthy, so it's like a big difference this year. So the last few years, I haven't been healthy and I haven't been at my tip top, so it's going to be a different year for me, definitely. I think we did pretty well as a unit, definitely. I was just telling them to focus up, man. I was like, look, just take it snap by snap. Like, key on everything, key on all your assignments, just focus. I said, just slow the game down. I said, Coach G coaches well. We're well coached. He put us in these situations, and we know what to do. I just stay poised. He puts us in the right position, honestly. He's the mastermind to it all. He coaches us, and we just perform. He knows everything that's going to happen. He predicts things, and he puts us in the right position. So, I feel like since I've been here, Auburn has been playing the toughest schedule in the SEC, and we've been playing the 8 SEC games, and now we just added 2 more. It's no big deal. We're used to it. We're used to playing the hardest schedule. We want this. We want to prove everybody wrong. So.
Following a strong performance in Saturday's game, freshman Jalen Simpson was named the SEC Freshman of the Week. In Auburn's win against Kentucky, Simpson made 4 tackles, including a tackle for loss. Auburn head coach Gus Malzahn said, "He has some natural football instincts. We put him at corner right off the bat, and you can tell each day he has improved." He made an early impression and kept that momentum going throughout fall camp.
Quarterback Bo Nix was named to the weekly Paul Hornung Award honor roll after a big win in the 2020 season opener against Kentucky. At the annual Paul Hornung Award dinner in March 2021, the winner will be honored with his family at the Galt House Hotel in Louisville. The Paul Hornung Award, now in its 11th season, is annually given to an all-around talented athlete in college football. The award is given by the Louisville Sports Commission and football legend Paul Hornung. It is presented by Texas Roadhouse. In 2010, the award was successfully launched to honor Paul Hornung and support exceptional performances by college football athletes who often go unnoticed. Coming up, we will take a look at Auburn's upcoming games in Athens and hear what Gus and a couple players have to say. Keep it here. You're watching Sports Night in Auburn.
Auburn will travel to Athens this weekend to take on Georgia in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. In the offseason, the team decided to move this match up closer to the beginning of the season, but they did not expect it to be during Week 2 of SEC play. The Tigers lost at home last year, so they are pumped to travel to Athens. Gus Malzahn said this year is so unique. It is what it is. It feels exactly as it would in November. We know how important it is. This game usually has a direct effect on the East and the West. It doesn't matter if we're playing today or in November or in March. Malzahn spoke Tuesday, commenting on how they will make adjustments for Georgia, mentioning how talented the Bulldogs are and newly updated COVID numbers.
In Georgia, going there this year, looking at a team that's probably the most talented team overall in the SEC, very well coached. You look at them defensively, they're very sound. They make you earn stuff. They don't give up a whole lot of big plays. And they got most of their defensive back that I thought was excellent last year. And, it's like another first game preparation. You just got to be prepared for, to be able to adjust. And, last week I thought our defense adjusted well in the second half. And, of course, last year we played them late in the season. I don't think they'd given up a rushing touchdown the whole year. And, we had one on a quarterback run, and they got just about everybody back. So, you're looking at not just, one of the best rushing defense, if not the best rushing defense in the country. Yeah, our latest testing, we had no positives again. So that's a really good sign, something we have to continue. It's a sacrifice that our guys have made, and it's kind of one of those deals you test 3 times a week. You kind of hold your breath each time, not just for players, but staff too. So. And just got to be, ready to all the what ifs. What if this, what if that, and that's just the nature of where we're at this year.
Senior defensive end Big Cat Bryant also spoke on Tuesday. Bryant was battling an injury last weekend, was not 100%, but he is set to play this weekend against the Bulldogs. He talked about recovering from his injury, the strength of the running back group, and his confidence in Kevin Steele.
I'm feeling great, man. I had practice today. I just light on it today. I kind of knew I was gonna play Saturday, but I really didn't. I knew I wasn't, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm definitely gonna play that Saturday, so I'm looking forward to it. It don't matter. We can play on week 1, week 9. It don't matter. Long, I mean, they're on the schedule. They put their pants on just like we do. I mean, it just make the game more exciting. And I mean, this game make it, it's just more exciting. Making the seasons more exciting because usually when we we have the regular schedule, you probably little easy teams, and so when you have to jump off playing teams like Kentucky and Georgia, it kind of gets you do good, kind of give you instant credibility. So I look forward to games like this. I feel like we got one of the best running back cores in the country. I'm not gonna lie. Just with Tank, then you got Mark Anthony, then you got DJ, and then you got who else? I'm missing one? I don't know, but like I say though, yeah. But and Warren, and so like I said, I really feel like we got one of the best running back cores in the country, and just to run behind guys like Broderius and Nick Bronze, man, I really think we have what it takes to win, and I really like our backfield this year. I really do. We got a lot of weapons. I'm always confident in whatever Steele has to say, man. Because I already know he's gonna try to put the defense in the best situation, put them in the best place, to make the best plays and things like that. So when it comes down to Steele, if it comes to Steele, yeah, I got the most confidence in him to put us in the right place and have us doing the right thing at the right time. So yeah.
Junior running back Sean Shivers spoke Tuesday as well. He reviewed the running game against Kentucky, how the team is motivated for UGA since they are coming off a loss, and how talented the UGA defense is.
Well, I feel like the first time, it was just just something to get warmed up and see what we need to work on. So we see the things that we need to work on. We're just gonna improve every week. Oh yeah. We had a guy. Just like I said, it was just only week 1. So nothing gonna be perfect week 1. That's the first game of the season. So we're not really too worried about the run game. We know the run game gonna go. It's gonna do what it do. Well, we coming back with a chip on our shoulder because of course we lost to them last year, and we just motivated than ever, to play, Georgia good football team, so we got to come in and play. So we just motivated about that because we know they gonna come and play. So we know that we got to come and play on our end too. Well, Georgia defense, they one of the best defenses, out in the SEC. They fly around to the ball. They show up good on film. So we just got to be prepared, and we got to be ready to bring a fight because it's gonna be a dog fight, so we just gotta come to play.
With the new conference-only schedule, every team in the SEC has a tough schedule. Let's take a look at how the rest of the SEC did in week 1 of play. The Florida Gators traveled to Oxford and defeated the Ole Miss Rebels 51-35. Florida's quarterback Kyle Trask had 6 touchdowns. Mississippi State shocked the nation, beating the 2020 national champs LSU in Baton Rouge 44-34. Mississippi State quarterback KJ Costello set a conference record for passing yards in a single game with 623 yards. Despite losing at halftime, the Georgia Bulldogs got their offense rolling in the second half to defeat Arkansas 37-10.
Alabama's strong offense led them to a 38-19 win against Missouri. Alabama running back Najee Harris had 3 touchdowns. The Tennessee Volunteers beat the South Carolina Gamecocks 31-27 in Columbia on Saturday. The Vols maintained their 2019 momentum with a season-opening win. The last game of the weekend was Vanderbilt and Texas A&M. The Aggies pulled out the win 17-12, moving them to 1-0 on the season.
After 1 week of SEC play, 8 of the 14 SEC teams are ranked in the top 25. Alabama shines at the top, ranked number 2 in the newest AP poll. The Florida Gators and Georgia Bulldogs are close behind in the number 3 and 4 spots. Auburn moved up a spot this following week, following their win against Kentucky, showing up at number 7.
Texas A&M dropped 3 spots despite winning last weekend. They are now ranked number 13. Mississippi State is close behind at 16. The Bulldogs were unranked last week, but following their big win against LSU, they have found themselves in the top 25 this week. Following a huge upset, LSU dropped 14 spots and are now ranked number 20. Tennessee is the last ranked SEC team in the AP poll, showing up at number 21 this week.
When we come back, we will have details about men and women's basketball, some golf awards, and Auburn soccer. Keep it right here. You're watching Sports Night in Auburn.
The Southeastern Conference has released the start dates for the 2020-2021 basketball conference schedule. Men's SEC basketball will start on December 29th and 30th. Women's play will still begin December 31st. Men's basketball will play an 18-game conference schedule, with women's basketball playing 16 games. Both the men's and women's seasons will begin non-conference play on November 25th. Teams can begin practice on October 14th. This will allow for teams to hold no more than 30 practices in the 42-day span. Details of either Auburn team schedules have not been released yet.
Auburn golfer Jovan Rabula was announced to the Haskins Award watch list. Coaches, players, and media members vote on the award to name the best men's collegiate golfer. Rabula is the third person in program history to be named to the watch list. He's also a three-time All-American and is ranked 10th in the PGA Tour University. He had the lowest stroke of 70.19 during the 2019 campaign and had the single-season record. In the 7 tournaments he played, Rabula ended up in the top 10 multiple times. Out of Rabula's 21 rounds, 17 were made below or right at par. The next tournament for the Tigers is the Blessings Collegiate Invitational in Fayetteville, Arkansas, October 5th through 6th. This tournament can be seen on the Golf Channel at 3:30 p.m. Central Time.
3 Auburn golfers were named to the Annika Award watch list, including Julia McCarthy, Megan Schofield, and Kaylee Telfer. The Annika Award is presented to the most outstanding women's college golfer and is voted on by other players, coaches, and media. Auburn is only one of only 2 college teams to have 3 players make the watch list. Head coach Melissa Llewellyn said, "It is a complete honor and validation of how far our program has come to have 3 players on the list." She believes that the team could have 4 girls on the list at any point in time because of their evident hard work. This year marked the 3rd time Kaylee Telfer is on the Annika Award watch list. Auburn's team kicks off their season October 5th at the Blessings Collegiate Invitational in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It includes all 14 SEC golf teams. Coach Llewellyn is excited at how the qualifying is going for the season and believes this season will be a competitive one.
Auburn Equestrian has officially announced their fall schedule. The season will include 3 conference-only meets. Auburn's first opponent this fall will be the South Carolina Gamecocks at Onewood Farm in Blythewood, South Carolina, October 16th. The team will travel to Georgia the following week on October 23rd. The Tigers will end up the season at home against Texas A&M October 30th. Head coach Greg Williams said, "While it is a very abbreviated fall schedule, we can still expect to face the usual high level of play in these 3 conference meets."
The Auburn soccer team earned the United Soccer Coaches Team Academic Award for exemplary performance in the classroom during the 2019-2020 academic year. It marks the 15th time since 2004 the Tigers have earned the award. College Team Academic Award recipients are active members of the United Soccer Coaches College Services Program with a composite grade point average of 3.0 or better on a 4.0 scale for all players on the roster for the 2019-2020 academic year. Auburn achieved a team GPA of 3.6 to earn the distinction. When we come back, we will look at how Auburn athletes are doing in the world of professional sports. Keep it right here. You're watching Sports Night in Auburn.
Former Auburn players continue to shine in the NFL. Derek Brown, the number 7 overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, had a strong performance in Week 3. The rookie defensive lineman made 5 tackles, including 3 tackles for loss in Sunday's win over the Los Angeles Chargers. Brown has now started in all 3 games this season and expected to be a key player on the defense. A knee injury caused Marlon Davidson to miss the first 2 games of the season, but the rookie defensive lineman made his NFL debut with the Falcons on Sunday. In his first game, he played 32 snaps and accounted for 4 tackles against the Chicago Bears. Davidson was selected in the 2nd round with pick number 47 in April's NFL Draft.
Playing in just his 3rd NFL game, Noah Igbenogany started for the first time Thursday night. He finished with 3 tackles and a pass defended as the Dolphins beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 31-13. Defensive end Carl Lawson was dominant Sunday, carrying the Bengals defense with 8 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble in a 23-23 tie against the Philadelphia Eagles. He now has 3 sacks on the year. In the world of baseball, 5 former Auburn Tigers players begin their Major League Baseball postseason this week. Grant Dayton, Josh Donaldson, Garrett Cooper, David Ross, and Josh Palacios begin their journey for a world championship. Dayton finished a career year with the Atlanta Braves with 18 appearances and going 2-1 with a 2.30 ERA. He also won his 2nd straight NL East championship with the Braves.
Due to an injury, Donaldson is off the Minnesota Twins wildcard roster, but is currently a part of the team's taxi squad. Donaldson and the American League Central champions are starting the postseason by playing the Houston Astros Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time on ABC. In 34 games, Cooper hit hit .283 with 20 RBIs and 6 home runs for the Miami Marlins. In his first season as the manager, Ross led the Cubs to their first National League Central title since 2017. Palacios was put on the Toronto Blue Jays taxi squad on September 17th. He is part of the team's postseason player pool, but not on Toronto's wild-card roster.
That's all for Sports Night in Auburn, but for more Auburn sports, head to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, where we'll have everything you need to know to stay up to date on all things Auburn sports. I'm Taylor Strohmeyer.
And I'm Mackenzie Collins. For even more sports, follow our Twitter at EETV_sports and follow our Instagram at EagleEyeTV. Good night, and we're Eagles.